there, guys, it's Mia here. I am so excited. I am so excited about this live tonight. I'm going to teach very simply how to package what you know step by step. And I know that this is absolutely going to support you. Now, if you've been following me, you know that one of the things that I do is I coach sharp, smart women just like you with taking their knowledge, their expertise, their education, and packaging it as a high ticket product, both on and offline. Now, today, I'm going to teach you how to do that step by step. And the good news is that I'm not going to leave anything out. They're just simply 8 simple steps. You need to be a great friend. Share this with someone else that you know, just looking to take their knowledge, their background, their gifts, and to package it equally in their own business. I'm Mia Redrick. For those of you who are just meeting me, it's nice to virtually meet you. And I got started in my business about 18 years ago. And I simply made a decision at that time that I wanted to go to work as myself. And I wanted to figure out how to take my knowledge as a corporate trainer and my systems as a mom, how to package that into my own business. It was my knowing, it was what I knew how to do for myself exceptionally well, what I had mastered in my own career. And I just wanted to figure out how to go to work as myself and leverage my own skills. And I had no idea how to do that. So I went to a small business resource center in my town. And I was told by the director of that small business resource center that my idea, mom coaching, in essence, that no one would ever pay me to do what I've done today. Now, fast forward, I've had the greatest fortune to coach thousands of incredible women with packaging their knowledge, their gifts, their talent, their experience, their soft skills like motherhood or organizing, or their hard skills, something that they've done professionally at work or been highly trained to do. And I've showed them how to package those things in time-rich systems so that they build businesses that fully value their transformation. And, you know, when I got started, I had no idea how to get started, but I knew I needed some help. And I kept looking for someone to help me. And I ended up finding a coach. I went to a live event. And it was the first time that I ever saw someone doing actually what I wanted to do. And so I decided to work with her. And I had one huge problem, which often happens when we first get started in business. She was charging $1,000 an hour. Now think about this. This is 18 years ago. I don't know any questions that I'm going to ask her. I don't even know that the business I'm going to start is coaching and consulting. And I had to make a decision. And that decision changed the trajectory of my life. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over a decade, always working from the comfort of my home. I've supported thousands of women literally all around the world. I've been signed to Emmy-nominated, nationally syndicated television shows as the mom strategist. I've done corporate deals with Fortune 100 and Fortune 500 brands as the mom strategist. I've had the opportunity to transform the lives and the businesses of so many women who are implementers, who are action takers, who do the work step by step, who just wanted to know, like, what is the secret, Mia? Tell me what you've done to be able to get yourself free and also to stay free. And tonight, I'm going to pull back the layers for you, and I'm going to break down how to package what you know step by step. And there's simply 8 steps. And I promise you, I won't hold anything back, as always. Now, the reason that I wanted to do this particular live training is because we get one question every single day on our contact form. And it is always around something related to packaging knowledge at the highest level. And I know that many of you have been taught many things, that you need to blog or you need to podcast as your lead strategy in order for you to sell what you have, and you've done it, it hasn't worked. Or maybe people have told you that you need to put together some basic course, right, and sell it for low ticket, and somehow you're going to be able to get yourself free or have a consistent income, and that has not worked for you. Or maybe it's just that you know what you want to do, but you don't know how to package it into a high ticket offer. And so you've heard people tell you things like, you know, build a $97 product and then do a $140 product and then move the client to a $250 product or whatever. And you've tried that and it didn't work. Or maybe, just maybe, you have, you know, you just had this idea, like you're like, I love what I do professionally, but it would be great if I had another ability to take my skills and talent for myself and go to work and leverage them at the highest level. And if that's you, you're going to love this. Now, I will tell you up front that this live is going to be for those of you who already believe in implementing and doing the work, because nothing can change in your life if you don't do the work. And I give my clients amazing advice. I show them exactly what I've done. And my clients who have achieved the significant success are the ones who have done the work. They are implementers, they're action takers. So no, just because you hear what to do, if you don't apply it, nothing works. All right. I just want to break that down for you. Now, if you're ready for tonight's live, which is how to package what you know step by step, I want you to write, I'm ready. And even if you're watching the replay, I want you to write, I'm ready, because I do think you have to be ready to receive a powerful message. And I promise you that after what I share tonight, you'll never look at packaging your knowledge the same way. You know, as a direct result of me building my business this way, Kai, I'm so glad you're ready. One of the things that happened for me was my husband developed kidney disease, like maybe it was 11 years ago, almost 12 years ago. And it was a real trying time for my family. But one of the blessings was because I built my business the right way, I was able to be there for my husband. I had the time and we had the income, so I could stand in the gap for him when he needed me the most. And I always share this with you guys because this is my story. And the reality is that, you know, if you build your business right the first time, you can be there for your family in ways that you desire. You know, I always wanted to be that mom that could show up at any event at school. And as a result of building my business, I've been able to do exactly that. When my husband was ill, he didn't have to worry about rushing off to work. We were able to hire for him a private physician so he could get elevated care. He has since gotten a kidney transplant and is doing amazingly well. But even then, he had so many incredible choices, because when money is no longer a concern, you can make exceptionally powerful choices for yourself and for your family. You know, I know a lot of the women that follow me, one of your greatest desires is to give your kids a world-class education. I'm into that. You know, my husband and I collectively have invested over $1 million in just elementary, middle, and high school in our kids' education. And running a business, right, that allows you to stand in your value based on your gifts and talent is a terrific way to be able to give your kids a world-class education. For some of you, it's school. For others, it might be travel. Maybe it's just taking care of your family. And I always want to talk about this because I always love working with people who want to make a difference in the lives of others, who don't just talk about money for the sake of money, or a pair of shoes, a pair of clothes, a car, or all of that junky stuff, but that you've got real purpose, real depth, and real commitment to the people that you love. Okay. So if you're ready, okay, I'm ready. Okay. And I already see that Kai is ready. She says, I'm ready. Love that name, by the way. And Ingrid is ready. Beautiful picture, Ingrid. But you have to be ready for a powerful message. And again, if you're watching this as a replay, I want you to plug in and write, I'm ready. Today, I'm going to teach how to package what you know step by step. There are 8 simple steps. And I promise you, I'm not going to hold back. This is exactly what you need to do if you want to know how to take your knowledge, your background, your gifts, and your talent and package it for high ticket and offer it to the world for profit. All right. So here's the first thing that you must know. Number one is the first thing that you have to know if you want to package your knowledge, what you know, step by step, is one, you have to have the ability to create results for others. Write this down. You have to have the ability to create results for others. Let me tell you what I mean. So one of the biggest myths, and I would say mistakes in the marketplace, and a lot of times it's just bad coaching, bad advice, is that just come up with some basic idea of what you want to sell, or maybe just Google what you want to teach and just start teaching on the subject. And one of the things you've got to understand, hey there, Mercy, one of the things you got to understand is that what people will pay you for is not just information. See, information is the cheapest thing available. It's something that anyone can Google. What people ultimately want from you is is your ability to create results for them. So think about something that you know how to do, something that you've achieved significant results in, something that you've demonstrated proof in your own life, in your world. And I'll give you a couple examples. I'll use myself. When I got started in business, I did not start as a business coach. I led with as a mom coach and mother skills. For example, I was this mom who always had the ability to make time for her life. I have these incredible systems that I put in place for myself from the time I was 6 months pregnant, and I could always find time for the me and mommy. And so many moms would ask me whenever they were feeling stressed out, or they didn't date themselves, or they weren't taking care of themselves, or they felt like their spouse didn't love them anymore beyond, once they got married, or the same way I should say, they would ask me, how is it that you always manage to find time for yourself, to read a book, right? And care for your children at a high level and your family. And so I led with what I knew how to do. And I want you to know this, that there's nothing that's off the table. I have clients who are femininity coaches. I have clients who are chess coaches. I have clients who use a hard skill as an executive coach because maybe they were a VP or working at a very high level in their company. Every single thing that you know is repurposable. It could literally be the fact that, maybe your neighbors come to you all the time and say, man, I just love what you're doing with your yard, and I love your eye, and I love your landscaping. I would love for you to design a plan for me. It could be something like that. And I want you to understand soft skills and hard skills. A lot of times when we have the known skills from work, it's a lot easier to say, I know this is the kind of result I create. But sometimes it's the thing that's right under your nose that we ignore, right? It's like the things that we naturally know how to do, systematically, it's just natural for you. Think about those things. Having the ability to create results for others with what you already know how to do. You don't have to search for something outside of yourself. You don't have to go back to school. None of those things. You already have mastery at something. And I want you to think about that right now. Today, I'm talking about how to package what you know step by step. And the very first thing is you've got to have the ability to create results for others. Because if we're talking about packaging what you know, what people are going to want to purchase from you at the highest level and quickly are results or transformation you can provide, not information. And that's super important for you to understand the difference. Is this clear? If this is clear, I want you to write, this is clear. And I think that this is one of those things that's a myth. And often it's just where people misguide others and say, you can talk about anything and it can be information. No, not information. If I'm going to make an investment with you, the reality is that I'm going to make an investment with you because you can create a result for me in some way. And the question you must always ask yourself is, what's a result that I created for myself? What's a result that I created for myself? Maybe it's that you have a great marriage, or maybe it's that when you got divorced, you were able to find your own identity again, or maybe you're really great at financial planning, or maybe it's your mastery of what you do at work, that people always come to you and they see you as the go-to person. What is that thing? Because that's the thing that delivers amazing results. And it's important to understand. Number two, the second thing you must understand is how to leverage your expertise, your education, and experience into a high ticket offering. So, when you package your knowledge, you're packaging all of who you are, all of these years of experience, all of your know-how, your background, and your gifts. And I think that one of the things that people think when they're thinking about starting a business, and it's a new business, even though your experience is vast and it's over 20 years or 30 years or whatever it is or more, we often think, oh, it's a new business, so I'm brand new. But the truth of the matter is, the reason that people want to work with you is because of all the experience. It's because you have known results. And so don't discount all of the expertise, all of your education, all of your background, all of your experience, because all of those things are very valuable. It's the reason why I would want to work with you. And it is also the reason that you're able to, with that experience, understanding that, leverage it, and package what you're doing as a high ticket offering. I have clients all the time who, when they come to me, maybe they were charging like $99 an hour or $200 an hour, or they thought they were really doing something and they're charging $400 or $500 an hour. And I show them how to really look at all that they're able to give their clients because of their experience. And because of it, they're able to enhance their packages, their core offer of what it could look like that they could provide for their clients to deliver amazing results. I think a lot of times we've been told to put together things that are flimsy, or maybe people have told you, no one's ever going to buy that one thing from you that you know how to do this other thing. And so many people start businesses where they're not in alignment with themselves. Like, you're selling things that you don't even want to sell, or you're offering services that drain you more than you were drained in your business, right? Than you were drained at work. So I want you to think about it as you start to think about how you're going to put together and leverage your expertise, your education, and your experience. The fact of the matter is, the client wants to work with you because of all that you bring to the table. So we need to know all of what you bring to the table. Had I listened to that director at that Small Business Resource Center who told me no one would ever pay me to be a mom coach, and I discounted that piece, man, I would have never gotten signed to television shows, Emmy nominated television shows. I would have never been able to write a book about 3 books for that matter, which were all bestsellers relating to my mom expertise. I brought not only my corporate training background, but I also leveraged my background as a mom and the systems that I had. And I want you to know you can package what you know and be all of who you are. And that's the thing that's going to allow you to be different. It's the thing that will separate you and allow you to stand out from others. I think so many people are trying to fit in and be like everyone else. And the reality is that all that groovy experience that's just your distinct path and route and journey, that's why someone will pay you differently than others, because they need that path and that journey, but I need to know about it to pay you. Okay. And, I think about it in my own journey because I just combined it. I literally thought, well, I'm a really amazing corporate trainer and I have these great mom systems, and I'm going to build a business that supports women at a very high level with always making time for their own desires, their dreams, and how to fulfill those. And in the same token, I'm going to show them how to package what they know at the highest level so that they can sell their knowledge, their skills, and their talent from the comfort of their home or anywhere in the world. And I realized I didn't have to separate them, because the women that wanted to work with me, many of them were in committed relationships and wanted to understand the things that I knew how to teach on the soft skill side. Or many of them were moms or are moms, and they wanted to understand that, that the same kind of thing. Like, a lot of them were starting their families when I started working with them, and they wanted to figure out, how do I balance being a mom and running a business? So you can be all of who you are. You don't have to trim things down like you've been told. And I will tell you, if you understand what your mastery is, what your zone of genius is, and it's the thing that people have already been asking you about. Okay, making sense? Well, Kai says this is clear, getting results. Absolutely. And Mercy says, hey, coach. Hey there, darling. Love that picture of you, by the way. Okay. If this is making sense, all right, I want you to say this is making sense. Number 3, the third thing that you need to know is a step-by-step system to package what you know, even if you're getting started, right? So we've already talked about, you need to have the ability to create results for others. Okay, because at the end of the day, what someone's going to invest in with you are the results, right? I'm going to make an investment with you because there's something that you can do that can change my life. And that's the only thing you should ever be offering to others, is something that is real, that really can create a result. And the second thing is leveraging your expertise, your education, and your experience into a high ticket offering. See, when you are bringing all of what you bring to the table, you can stand in your value around your prices. And I'll talk a little bit more about prices in a minute. And then the third thing is a step-by-step system to package what you know, even if you're just getting started. So a lot of times where people struggle, when they're thinking about packaging their knowledge is that they actually don't know what could be in the package. Like, what could I package as a coach, as a consultant, as a trainer, as an online educator, as a speaker? How do I take my know-how and how do I put it in a structure that people will pay me for? And maybe that's the question that you've had also. Well, there are many ways that this can work. But one of the things that I'm really masterful at is showing my clients my proprietary structure, right? It's an assignment that gets them to take it from their head and construct what they're doing step by step into their own system, to pull the results, to pull the system that is already inside of you into a package. And I want you to know that even if you think right now you don't have a system, you do. You just need a step-by-step method that unveils that for you. And when you do, the light bulbs come on. All right. So I want you to understand that in order for you to already have created results for yourself, and if you've helped others with the same thing, there is a system, but that system is unknown to you. And there are many different ways that you can take what you're doing and sell what you're doing. The package could be coaching, right? It could be that you're a consultant. It could be that you license your content. It could be that you have some type of online training at a high level that people purchase from you monthly, yearly. It could be that you're a speaker, but you also have opportunities to help people do the work beyond hearing you speak. It could literally be that maybe you do telecalls, or maybe you do question and answer sessions that are really powerful for others that create incredible transformation. There are many different structures for how you can package your knowledge. And I think that one of the things that's really important is understanding that in order for you to package what you do as a high ticket offer, it has to have a structure that really makes sense and allows that client to get incredible value. And I hope that this really is supporting you, because this is the thing that I think is missing. So many people that I see who come to me for support, they are out there, they're on lives, they're talking about what they're doing, they're podcasting, they're blogging, they're doing all these things, and they want to bring people to them, but they actually don't have a structure of what they're offering. They don't understand how to build what the package is, so that even if I saw them live and I thought they're cool, I don't have a way to continue a journey with them that's systematic, that will ensure the results that I would desire. Is this you? I want you to think about it. You know, I see it a lot with my clients who maybe they're doing something professionally at work, and the difference is at work that there's already a structure that they're operating in, so they have expertise and they have a mastery, but they don't have their own consulting business set up. They don't have their own proprietary methods and systems established, and they don't know how to do it. But once they use my process, they understand step by step how to do this. I was just on a coaching call with a client on, was that Tuesday? And she is masterful at what she knows how to do. I showed her how to take the exact same coaching that she was offering, how to double her coaching rate from roughly $3,300 a month to $6,600. And she closed a deal doing that, 6-month deal, which was like a $39,000 contract. And in addition to that, closed her first $10,000 private client. Well, that's a pretty big deal when you understand what is the structure I need to have to be able to stand in my value. I hope that I'm talking to you and that this really supports you. Number 4, the fourth thing I want you to know is that you need to have knowledge on how to price what you do best to fully value the results that you provide. And this is something that most people do not get at all. And this is why most people are out of business, or you're doing what you love to do, but you're not really getting paid to do what you love to do. You feel like by the time you add up your costs and your expenses in your business, there's no profit because you don't know how to stand in your value around your prices. And I have a whole pricing model that I share with my clients on how to really value their intellect. But I can tell you this, that if you want to know how to package what you know, one of the things that's super important is knowing how to value the results. And, you know, a lot of times people borrow fees, their fee schedule from others, right? They'll like Google and see what someone else is charging. And they're like, oh, she's charging $250 an hour. I'll charge $250 an hour. And if this is you, I know I called you out, but I want you to understand it's the reason why things aren't working for you. People pay you based on the results you provide and the results you can provide them. And so someone else's prices has nothing to do with you. That it really doesn't. Okay. And you actually need to know, how do you derive your price and fee schedule based on your background, based on your gifts, your talent, and your experience. We're talking about you packaging what you know, building a viable business based on building a high ticket product, so that once you are selling these products, that you, one, are able to deliver amazing value to your clients, and two, it's a profitable business that really can change your life. Imagine if you run a business that's profitable, you can do more life-changing work, correct? And I think so many people, my heart bleeds for this, are in business and they are not able to stay in business, even though they deliver amazing results, because they're not profitable. You got to understand that knowing how to price, having that knowledge step by step of how to value what you should be charging is important. Now, I only teach my clients how to sell things between $2,500 or more. And most of my clients on average sell things for about 10 grand or more. And when they come to me, most of them are selling things for like 99 bucks a client, or $150, $250. They're selling time. And I show them instead how to package and value their knowledge with my step-by-step process on how to price what you're doing and what you're bringing to the table. And if you don't understand that, I will tell you it is the missing ingredient to your packages. It's the reason why from year to year you can't anticipate what you're going to make. It's the reason why you aren't feeling fulfilled in your business. It's the reason why you're not profitable in your business. And it's the reason why you're doubting that you're in the right business, even though what you're doing, you felt is your calling. All right. Did I just call you out? If I just called you out, I want you to write, you just called me out. All right. And I want you to understand this, that pricing is simple when you understand the system on how to value what you're doing. I see people all the time who don't get this. I hold them accountable around it. I give them the formulas that I use to be able to value their transformation. And once they understand it, they've got it for life. All right. They've got it for life. Number five, you need to know the strategy and not the tactics. Hear me on this, and I'll explain. You need to know the strategy, not the tactics, on how to market what you do to position yourself as the obvious choice. So this one is a tough one, because a lot of times people think that when they're positioning themselves in their marketing, like, you know what it is that you know how to do, and you're telling everyone about what you do, and you're thinking everybody's getting this, right? Like, they're getting who I am. And then you're like, but why don't I have an email list of people who want to buy from me? And why are people not signing up for my programs or my events? What's going on with that? It's likely because you've employed what I call tactics in opposed to a strategy around your marketing. See, a tactic is sort of like you've got a blog because somebody told you to blog and you're just blogging, right? And nothing's happening because there's no real strategy around it. Or you put together a podcast and, you don't have any, you've been doing this for a year and you haven't seen any fruit from it. Your list isn't growing, or even if it's there, it's not buyers. People are invested in what it is that you do. So you just feel like you're doing a lot of things and you're wasting your time. Or maybe you go on live a lot on Instagram or Facebook Live, or God knows, maybe you're on Clubhouse where there's no recording to repurpose what you're doing. And you're like, I'm in front of a lot of people, a lot of FaceTime, but I don't see how any of this is translating to make the cash register ring. It is because there is no strategy behind what you're doing, okay? So if you follow me, you know that I typically come on once or twice a week is my intent. Okay. And when I come on, I always come on in a very systematic way and to position myself in my marketing. And I want you to understand that knowing how to position yourself as the obvious choice is so imperative in your marketing. It means that you get to do less well. It means that you don't have to kill yourself on all of these platforms. You're on Instagram, you're on LinkedIn, you're on Facebook. right? You're blogging, you're podcasting, doing all these things. Instead, you can do less well, and you just don't have to do all of that. Position yourself the right way allows your ideal clients to come to you. And it is really what I do, what I live. My ideal clients come directly to me, all right, and have for years. So I don't go looking for clients. My clients look for me, and they look for me based on the results that I create. And I'm not saying this to you from an ego perspective. I'm telling you this because when you position yourself the right way, when people know what you're known for, your results and the transformation you bring to the table, then they will find you. They will seek you out. So typically people who want to package their knowledge at the highest level and they want to sell high ticket, and you're a woman, you're sharp and you're smart, they see the results of what my clients have created and they listen to their videos and they reach out to me saying, I want exactly the same. And that's why what I said to you from the very beginning is super important. You're getting this now, that you only start with your ability to create results to begin with. Because at the end of the day, what positions you different than the next person is that you can deliver results for others. So when you deliver results for others, you don't need trickery. You don't need to take anything. You don't need to fake anything. You don't need to be anywhere you don't need to be anywhere, or you don't need to, you know what I'm saying? Like rent a limo and fake something for somebody. You don't need to rent a car and fake lifestyle, right? You can just be in your life, right? Like I can just be in my life. I'm in my home office. I can be in my life and I can just be in my truth. And if you're about being in your truth and learning how to market in a way that's authentic and true to who you truly are, that's what's going to allow you to attract people. If you deliver true results for folks, and that's what you're known for, because that's what people are coming to you for over and over again, it'll be a lot easier for you to get clients versus selling information. Do you see how I'm tying this together for you? All right. Is this getting clearer and clearer for you? If it is, I want you to say, Mia, I'm getting crystal clear, right? Because it's so important to understand the difference. And I think sometimes we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what we're missing. And I always like to pull back the layers when I come on these lives, because at the end of the day, it's about getting results. And the only reason that someone's going to want to consistently work with you is because you create results, period. Number 6. The 6th thing you must know is you've got to have a simple process to attract buyers. And that simple process is maybe 2 or 3 steps max. Okay. And you looking to attract clients who can say yes quickly. All right. Really important. All right. So you just need a simple process that will attract buyers. And I see people with so many convoluted ways, funnels that go on for days to attract their ideal clients. When you're working with the right people, when you're in front of the right people and you're positioned the right way, people can say yes to you within 24 hours. And this notion that it's going to take you forever to get clients to say yes, or a month, some people say you got to warm them up. You got to incubate them. You got to nurture them, and all of these things, 5 days, 10 days, 15 days. If I hear another person talking about doing a free challenge that's brand new in their business, I'm going to pull my hair out, right? No, but I'm not going to pull my hair out. But so many people who really are just smart, sharp, and incredible are giving away their knowledge and their intellect because you've been given bad advice. Okay. And I want you to understand, you just need a simple process to close clients, just a simple process. And at max, it's 2 or 3 steps. Okay. It's not this whole convoluted process of working with people over 30 days before they can make a decision, or 60 days, or working with people free for, 5 days or 10-day challenges, or even 30-day challenges. And no one says yes to you at the end of that. And you put your blood, your sweat, and your tears in it. And you've not pre-qualified an audience of people who really need what you have. It's time for you to understand what works and what doesn't work. And I just wanted to pull back the layers today. My hope, my intention is to support you. Or maybe you're that person that, your process has been, selling low ticket things, and you get a lot of people who sign up for what you've got going on, but you have to do this like month after month after month in order for you to keep the dollars coming in. And the reason is because it's clients in and clients out, clients in and clients out. There's a difference when you sell what you have that delivers results for others. Okay. Because when people want results, they don't want to go in and leave out. They're more committed buyer. They're looking to do the work and implement, and they are looking for results. They're only investing for results. And typically they're higher investors because they're seeking results versus someone that's investing low ticket, $97 in and out. They may come, they might show up, they might not. Right? Makes sense? All right, number 7. The 7th thing that you need, and we're almost there, is 8. The 7th thing that you need is you need a sales script to support consistent results. And I know this to be true. I have incredible sales scripts that I share with my clients at the Giant Experience Master Training. And people listen to my sales script training. And just even at the last training I did, which was about 6 weeks ago, a woman who was on day 2 just listened to the training, like the sales script training, and closed $2,000 by the time she came to the bonus live event with me. The reality is that you need to know what to say to close. You need to understand the closing language. And it's nothing difficult. I have a simple sales script, really, really simple. And I share that with my clients. They share that with the people who they have the opportunity to work with, and it works like a charm. And sometimes having that baseline of knowing what to say and how to say it makes all the difference. And maybe, just maybe, you haven't had that. And that's been one of the things that's been getting in the way of you packaging what you're doing. Maybe you're great at all the other parts. You just don't know how to close. You don't know how to sell. You don't know what to say. And it could even be something like you don't know how to handle the objections when someone says, I don't have the money, or I need to talk to my husband, or can I get started in 30 days? Maybe you don't know what to do when clients come to you with some of the common things that happen in the sales process. And maybe just understanding that will make all the difference for you, because maybe you got the other parts. All right. But you do have to have this in order for you to have a profitable business. You have to know how to sell, and you've got to know how to close. And more importantly, let me say, to know how to do this in a way that feels good and authentic and not pushy and not salesy. All my clients ask me for the sale. And the reason is because I think it's super important. If you serve people with great value, if you know how to sell at the highest level, your ideal clients will come to you and ask you, can you help me? Can you support me? All right. That's the reality. And if that's not happening for you, then it's because of the way that you are structuring your sales process, and you need to revamp that. All right. Making sense. All right. Number 8, the 8th thing, and time flies when you're having fun. You also need, and this is super important, number 8, you need a mentor or a coach that demonstrates mastery. And I can't say more about this. I know for myself, what made a huge difference for me was I didn't know how to build a coaching business. Okay, I was a corporate trainer. I worked for a Fortune 100 company. I knew nothing about it. And having the opportunity to learn from someone who already was a successful coach was really helpful for me. Like, I didn't have to figure out best practices. I didn't have to figure out how to structure my business. And maybe one of the things that's been getting in the way for you is that, either maybe one, you've decided to work with coaches for the wrong reason. So imagine if you chose to work with a coach who's a great motivator, but doesn't teach you how to sell step by step, right? And you need sales support. Or imagine that you decided to work with a coach that teaches you how to public speak, but doesn't teach you how to package your knowledge into a high ticket product. I want you to think for a second about the choices that you've made. Or maybe you're that person and you've been coaching yourself. And the reality is that this is an important part of the process, is that, if you want to get to where you want to be quicker, faster, sooner, the key is understanding who is already demonstrating mastery, not only for themselves, because I think a great coach, they first have done it for themselves, And then two, they have the ability to transfer what they've done for themselves to other people. A great coach can demonstrate for you not only that they're able to create the result for themselves. I mean, if I'm talented at something, if I could sing like Celine Dion, I mean, like that's pretty amazing, right? Now, the reality is that Celine's got a one of a kind voice. And so likely, even if Celine coached me personally, I would likely never sound like her, okay, because she's got a unique gift, okay? And talent's not transferable, but technique is. And so likely you need a coach that has the technique, right? The techniques that they can transfer to others, and they can demonstrate that other people using those techniques, their techniques, it has worked for them as well. And I've got tons of clients that have created those kinds of results. And if what I've shared with you today supports you in any way, I would love to support you. All right, in being able to package your knowledge. I know that you probably have some questions for me, and or maybe you even have some ahas as a result of being here today. And I would love to see your ahas and your takeaways, so you can post them right here. What's one thing that you learned directly as a result of being here today? And I do want to share with you equally, if you're like Mia, this had so much value for me today, and I want to know how I can package my knowledge as a high ticket offer, online or offline, and I can do this in a time rich way. And you can show me how to price to fully value what I'm doing, how to position myself in the marketplace, how to sell and close. How can I do it? I'm going to share the link to my upcoming master training. So my master training, when you sign up, you get access for 6 weeks to the training to rewatch, to rewind, to relearn from the comfort of your home. And then I also do a bonus live Q&A over 5 days. And I answer any questions that you have related to the training. And it's amazing. The lights come on. Clients really get tremendous value that attend. The investment is just $16.97. And for the investment, what you learn over the course of those 5 days and 6 weeks of having access to the training is priceless. My client said they would pay $7,500 or more to attend this training based on what they've learned. You know, we had a client who just came this year who, I guess in about 9 weeks, closed a first $225,000 deal. We've had tons of clients within a week who've closed $2,500. I just had a client that just came about 4 or 5 weeks ago. She closed her first, I think it was $2,500, first $2,500 deal. Another client who came in that same time period, I mentioned, she closed basically $49,000. But it's on and at each and every event. And that's important for you to understand, that it doesn't have to be a long time if you know exactly what to do. Any ahas or takeaways? Kai says her aha is, I can package soft skills. You can. And I think that sometimes we think we can't, because sometimes folks have told us that, you know, what you know is a soft skill, that nobody's going to pay you. You know, like, no one's going to pay you to be a mom. That's what I was told. And the reality was that that small business director just didn't know how to support me in packaging my expertise. And I want you to know what you know is very valuable, okay, no matter what it is. Okay, any ahas or takeaways, any other ahas or takeaways? And I think what I'm going to do while I wait for your ahas or takeaways, I'm just going to show you also the Giant Experience Conference page. And so here we go. Here it is. You get 10 hours of the master training plus a live Q&A with me. And it's pretty amazing the level of value that you get over the course of the 6 weeks training to rewatch from the comfort of your home. You'll learn how to package your expertise, your education, and your experience into a profitable product or service. And you'll learn how to properly value and price your knowledge as a high ticket service, as a coach, consultant, trainer, online educator, or speaker. And that's so important. And how to position yourself in the marketplace strategically to attract the right audience of investors. You'll also learn how to sell both online and offline, you know, with winning formulas that I have personally created in my system. And you'll learn how to gain the confidence to pitch your offers with a turnkey system. I encourage you, if you come to this page, check out the testimonial section. And while I can't guarantee that these will be your results because I haven't met you, I can tell you that the women that I've worked with have created amazing results. I'll just share one here.
Doing with the women, especially in the giant virtual experience conference. It was awesome. If you're on the fence, go for it. You'll get so much out of it. Thank you so much, Mia.
So this is Diana.
Hi, my name is Diana Patton, and I help professional women overcome their challenges and adversities to find their voice and to use it to advocate for themselves, for others, and for the causes that they believe in. I participated in Mia's giant virtual experience conference, and I got so much value out of it. I especially love the time that she took with the women in answering each and every one of their questions. And I had a lot of questions. And the answers that she gave me and listening to the others, I decided to take that and pitch myself to an organization to do some monthly coaching and consulting. And guess what, ladies? They said yes. I have a contract value of $144,000 for the year of 2021. That's $12,000 a month, about double of what I would normally charge. So thank you so much, Mia, for helping me overcome my challenge to use my voice to advocate for myself. I so appreciate all the work that you're doing with the women, especially in the giant virtual.
So such an honor to work with women like Diana who do the work. And Michelle closed $45,000 10 days after the event.
And encourage everybody to really do the work that Mia provides us. What amazing prompts and everything, and how quickly you can take what you have and make it something that's more accessible. I'm just blown away and so filled with gratitude this morning for all of your energy and for Mia's amazing gifts that she shared with us. Thank you.
It's pretty amazing. $45,000 in just 10 days. Pretty amazing. Camille has written her book. Connie closed her first contract for $24,000. Just goes on and on and on. You guys can listen to some of the testimonials yourself. Okay. One of my favorites, and this is the last one I'll share, is Audra.
Hello, ladies. I just wanted to pop on here. I am bursting with excitement and just amazement. Today, I signed my first deal, or closed my first deal. I'm still learning the terminology, but I was able to sign my first big corporate client as an executive coach for $48,000. No paperwork, nothing written. I have my proprietary system in my head, but I had, they agreed to all the terms, 30% down, 2 payments after that. And I am just beside myself. Who does that? And as Mia would say, what? I stood in my value. I was calm. I was confident. I said, listen, this is who I am.
It's amazing. And the reality is that she's made multiple 6 figures working with me. And her goal this year is to hit $1 million, and she's right on track. And so I'm so excited to be able to support women who do the work. And, but I encourage you to come check out the event, and, which is the live coaching is on June the 7th through 11th. But when you sign up today, you get access for 6 weeks to the training. So I typically work with people who are ready right now. So that's why I give you access immediately to the training, so you can start doing the work right now. And then you come to 5 days of a live Q&A with me, and I'll answer your questions directly. You get immediate 6-week access to the giant training. You get a live coaching session, and you get to rewatch, rewind, and relearn from all the recordings. And it's pretty amazing. Okay. You'll see here all that you get, so much over the course of the week, and it's only $16.97. Okay. And so I'm going to go back here and see any ahas or takeaways before we sign off tonight. It's been an honor to support you, each and every one of you tonight. I'm so excited. And when you catch, for those of you who are catching the replay, I want you to post your comments here. If I can support you in any way, you can always inbox us, or you can email us at redrickteam@gmail.com if you have a question. It's been an honor to support you tonight. I love you guys, and I know you're going to have an amazing night. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.